Hi, welcome back to another review from Goya FPV. Today we will discuss about these two little friends, the SZF7 flight controller and the SZ60A, which is an ESC from MEPSKING, and this is unbelievable. This stack is a full-size stack. It's a 30.5 millimeters stack, and it can be used for almost any kind of drone, which allows you to install such a stack which uses 30.5 millimeter mounting. I really like this stack because it contains a 60 amp ESC, which will provide enough power for almost any kind of applications. It supports up to 6S starting from 3S LiPos. And I think these are really good because I've seen a mini version of the stacks from MEPS, and that was really well made. But let's open these boxes and see what we have inside. They come wrapped around the plastic foil, and I need to remove this first. This is the ESC. And let's see what we have here. Nice, the space logo, because this is how they are calling their stacks, MEPS space. It will bring your drone to the space probably. And here is the stack, and it looks very nice, but we will take a closer look after we unbox the flight controller. Same package wrapped around the foil. I will cut it really quick. MEPS space, again the space logo right here, and the flight controller, and a bag with some grommets and the wire that will connect to the ESC, some spare connectors, and that would be it. So this is the stack. Let's start first with the ESC, and this ESC has some pads here for the battery, very clean setup of the pads for the motors here on the side, also on the other side. Looks like very well built. Let's take a closer look to the components right here. So as you can see, the components look very nicely soldered onto the PCB. Looks like it comes with some kind of coating, but I'm not really sure if that's only on the PCB or it also comes over the contacts. Let's try to take a closer look. So it's not very clear, but it looks nice, guys. Looks very nice. This is a 60 amp ESC and will provide a lot of power, and they guarantee us that it will resist to a lot of beating. So I will put it to test in a 7-inch drone together with the 2810 motors from the Neon series that was recently launched. The video of the build is right here in the corner. If you want to watch it, feel free. It will be a very nice and interesting build. It's a Chimera 7 Pro V1, not V2, but it's similar, a very good drone that I would recommend for long range. Now, taking a look at the flight controller, it's very small. It also looks very clean. The PCB is very clean. They are saying this flight controller has a layout that allows you to easy solder the wires here onto the pads, and also the pads are big, which, yes, they are bigger than other pads that I've seen. And again, the same thing like on the ESC, the components are very well aligned and placed on the board. I don't see anything wrong with it. And these flight controllers come with the F7 chip. It's an STM32 chip, and it has quite a lot of performance. It has a high clock frequency, that allows fast calculations. The gyro that is used, actually the IMU chip on this board, is a BMI 270, which is a good chip, but it's not the latest one that is used in the field. Another interesting thing about this flight controller is that they are providing a separate regulator for the VTX. In the corner you see that there is a VTX switch which can be set on to off and on. This is interesting because it allows you to assign a switch on your remote controller that will control the output voltage of the VTX. So instead of setting it into pit mode on a lower power mode, you can turn it off and on completely. It also comes with a Type-C connector, which is placed a little bit on the side, it's not in the middle. Take this into account if you're building a drone with side plates, like a 7-inch or other long-range frames which come with side plates, because they might have a centered port for the Type-C connector. This is my case with the Chimera. It has it in the middle, so I will have to shave a little bit of the material to get access to this connector. Also a nice arrow here that points the front of the drone to allow you to install this in the proper position. And on the other side, very clean, I can see the microprocessor here with some debug ports. Very clean layout. I really like it. And this port here, it is for connecting it to the ESC. Another thing that I think it's worth noting is that the flight controller doesn't come coated in anything. So I recommend you to apply some conformal coating. The conformal coating that I'm using is this spray. It's not the best choice if you want to make it 100% waterproof. For that I would recommend a bottle of conformal coat that you will apply with a brush or something that allows you to put a thicker layer of conformal coating. But this, I think it's well to protect it from regular flying debris and eventual drops of water that can reach the electronics. So conformal coat your flight controller. This is important to protect it if you want to be reliable. Now the ESC also comes with some accessories inside here, hidden beneath this foam. Let's remove it. Alright, so here you have a bag with some accessories, some grommets as well for installing it, an XT60 connector with some leads for the battery connection, and a capacitor. And for installing this capacitor you have two little holes right here to pre-solder them in order to keep it in place, and then you can solder the battery leads easily. And now that we have the stack unboxed, let me show you the installation process of this on that 7-inch drone. It's very easy. I will start by installing the ESC on the drone. First I will pre-install it to calculate the length of the motor wires and cut them to the correct length. Then soldering them to the ESC is very easy and fun. It takes some time, but take your time to do it right. Now that we have the ESC and the motors connected together, we will add the grommets on the flight controller. You can add extra grommets between them to adjust the height. And now I will solder the peripherals like the buzzer, the VTX and the receiver. And very important, don't forget to solder the VTX switch. To install it properly and connect everything on the right pad, check the wiring diagram that is available on the MEPSKING website and make sure you are not connecting it wrong. Now this stack comes at the price of, but you can use my code GOEFPV10 for a 10% discount and the link in the description to buy the stack or the flight controller or ESC separately. So this is the MEPSKING stack full-size stack. They also have a mini stack available if you want to build a drone like a Nevok, which has a mini stack mounting method only. Then it will be available. You have also a link with that in the description. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to see other videos like this, or builds or flights, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like it. This will help me a lot with the algorithm and will help me to go further and make more videos like this. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Bye.